For the first part of this video, we're at Aberlady, and this is the top of the bay, where the burn runs in. I was fishing a lot further down though, just where you can see those trees in the distance, behind there at the golf course, further down the channel. It looks like a beautiful morning, and it was, but it was so windy, I probably shouldn't have bothered going. I just wanted to get out and give it a try though, because I hadn't been for a while. And even though I didn't manage to catch any fish, it's still a nice wee day out at Aberlady, because the beach is absolutely covered in fossils. If you have no interest in that, you can skip ahead to 6 minutes, and that's when the other trip starts. Some kind of coral. Very worn though. The fossils down here are over 300 million years old, and this is the cliff that a lot of them drop out of. There's huge slabs of coral further round as well. I'll briefly go over my fishing, even though I wasn't very successful. I was using my usual 1 up 1 down with a sliding lead. I had tried to tuck myself in between some rocks to get out of the wind, but it was no good. The tripod was getting blown over, and whenever I was managing to keep my baits out for more than 5 minutes, they were just coming in covered in seaweed. It's been so stormy for the last few weeks that there must be so much loose weed just floating about the water. I only fished for about 45 minutes or an hour, because I was just getting so frustrated with the amount of weed that was getting wrapped around my lines, and the tide was dragging them away up the bay away from me. So I cut my losses after catching 4 or 5 massive clumps of weed, and just decided to take my time on the walk back to the car and see if I could find a few fossils. I found a couple of fairly nice ones. Another new fossil there, don't know what that is. But that's the kind of stuff that most of them are found in here. There's a few areas like this where the whole floor is just fossilised corals and things. I didn't manage to find that area today. I think it was a little bit further round than where I was. It's a nicer piece of coral there, you can see the actual shape. Still really worn though. Another wee broken shell in that one. Another wee piece of shell in there. More shell fragments in there. Loads of fossils in this one. It's little shells and pieces of coral. Nothing too special. Another coral or something there. Not really sure. Another piece of shell in that. I took my 2 best finds home and cleaned them up a little bit. That's actually really cool now it's cleaned. There's the one with the bivalves in it. That's probably the better one there. You can see both halves of the shell. That one's a wee bit damaged. So is that. Nice wee finds though. This is the other fishing trip that I've had in the last couple of weeks. We caught loads of flounder and a couple of really good sized ones as well. Again, the conditions weren't too great. The river was in flood and there was so much debris, but it did deliver us a Christmas tree. You can really see the difference in the river water, which is totally brown, and the sea water, which was pretty much clear. We arrived before the tide started pushing back up, and we didn't really know how bad it was going to be for debris. But as soon as the water started pushing up, we started catching fish, but also a lot of debris started to appear as well. First one of the day.
Oh, the biggest flounder I've caught.
A little tiny one. That's my first one, so he's welcome. Bites again. A little wee one. He wasn't even hooked, he just had the worm stuck in his mouth. That's another one in. Must be a branch or something. The rod just about got pulled away there. Thought it was a massive fish at first. Oh, there is a fish on it though. It's a nice wee surprise. Another nice flounder there. Wee coley. Fish though. Good fish. Running. That's an absolute belter. This was probably one of the fattest flounders I'd ever seen. It wasn't a huge length, but it was so thick.
It's a proper flounder, that one. Nice and thick as well. Good solid weight to it. Oh yeah. So good.
When the tide turned, all the river water that was being held up came flooding back down. It was quite interesting to see, because I always assumed that it would just mix its way in gradually instead of just coming down in one big mass like this. So having the brown water really helped to see that.
Another decent sized one. Rod's going mental. Ah, that rod's away if you want to grab it. Ah, there is. Big flounder.
I hope you enjoyed the video and you all had a nice Christmas. I'll see you all again soon. Cheers.